Hello, just a quick tip here, how to copy the one side of your armature over to the other when you've been creating an armature and you've been working on just one side, and how to deal with a certain issue that can arise here. So you see I've got my armature. If I press the N key to get the properties region up and select a bone here, you can see that all the bones on the left hand side of the character are named upper arm.L and forearm.L. This is important naming convention to have them all named just like that for in just a moment. So I'm going to go to front view with number pad 1 and then press 5 to go to orthographic view. Make it nice and easy just to kind of like select all of these guys in wireframe mode this time, and that one. And what I'm going to do is change the pivot point to be the 3D cursor, which we've got centered at the middle of the scene here. So we can go this down here, 3D cursor, or you can press the full stop key on the keyboard there, a comma and full stop are changing the pivot points. And we can go Shift D and duplicate this, and then two choices. We can either go SX-1 to flip it across the 3D cursor in the negative X direction, or you can press Control M and then X to do exactly the same thing. And what we'll notice is that these bones that are on the other side have a slightly different role to the ones on the other side. And this is a bit of an issue because you can see if we go Control R, you can see how this is adjusting the role here. We want them to be exactly the same as the other side. The first thing to do is press W and we'll choose Flip Names, and this ensures now that all the bones on the right hand side of the armature have the same name, have the opposite name to the left. So you see upper arm.L here, and this one's been renamed upper arm.R. I'll just step back. Now if we turn on this option, the X-axis mirror, what we can do is press something like Control I to invert the selection. So we've now got the bones selected that we want to copy the roll from, and because the bones all have corresponding names for the left and right, if we now perform some transform like say Control R, you'll see that all the bones on the armature's right hand side are now flipped over. So if I just Control Z out of that, you'll see what's happening. We've got a bad roll now. We go Control I to invert the selection, so we've got these guys selected, and now watch these bones over here. When you press Control R, they'll all flip over. And now we don't want to be rotating all of these and mess it up further, so a right click, just leave it where it is, and then you can see that that is working just perfectly like that. You can turn off the X-axis mirror if you're not going to do any more editing, and that's you're good to go now to carry on with your rigging.